Gavin Grochek working the ball for the Chargers. Now Malik Gardner near midcourt, and Dave McDonald will call a timeout.
I think right now in this game, we're seeing Dow High's vast experience, varsity experience, really taking hold now. Blake Appel played some his freshman year here at Dow, and maybe it was a majority of his freshman year. But he has really taken over offensively. They've got good flow. Midland is really struggling to get open shots, and this lead is now starting to expand again. Even though Williams has given Midland High some real spark, it's not been within a full team flow that he's really scored mostly on his own.
10-point game as you take a look at Dave McDonald talking to the Dow High Chargers. How do you maintain that 10-point lead?
You don't cheat real quick. You continue to move the ball. You run your offense, and you play smart defense. You gotta know where Blanky is. You gotta contain Williams.
On the other side, 3:38 to play. If you're Eric Krause, how do you get the lead down by 10?
You gotta know where Blake Appel is at that point. He's the one that's got the confidence right now. You know, and at that point, it looks like Dow is really starting to spread things out. Just kind of working their free flow offense, getting the ball inside, and then finding shots on the perimeter.
Brendan Calhoun followed his own shot, and he is fouled on the second attempt. Both teams are in the bonus, so Brendan Calhoun will go to the free throw line for the Dow High Chargers. And the first half is good for Calhoun. Increasing the lead, Dow High looking to get a couple of security shots to fall through. Midland High getting to the point where they need to score in a hurry because the lead is now 12. Calhoun will head to the bench as Sean Cushman checks in. Brendan Calhoun, 9 points on the game for the Chargers.
And Dow continues to press. They're just trying to make sure that they put pressure on Midland, that they don't get comfortable in their offense.
Alec Johnson working the ball for Midland. Chargers had great defense the last time down. Johnson feeding it to David Walter, and Walter by himself in the paint, able to get the bucket to fall through. Back to a 10-point game, 3 minutes to play. Numbers advantage for the Chargers, and great job by Walter coming back on defense. Dow had a 2-on-1, and Walter came back to block the shot. Alec Johnson with the ball now for Midland. Johnson, three-pointer is short. It may have been deflected. Walter with a putback. It doesn't go. Walter will go to the free throw line. Eric Krause is saying that Johnson was fouled on that three-point attempt. No whistle, but Walter will go to the line.
Yep, I think the official missed one, but it shows that they're human. But at least Midland High gets a chance at the charity strike.
Well, what do they say? Officiating is the only profession where you are expected to be perfect your first time out and improve every game after that.
That's right.
David Walter hitting the first free throw.
It's more demanding than a weatherman, right?
Well, I guarantee that officials get more right than the weathermen do.
Well, you know, weathermen that are right 40% of the time get raises.
Second shot is no good for Walter. 53-44, 9-point game, 2:40 to play. Chargers with the lead and the basketball. Blake Appel working the shot over to Gavin Grochek. Now a couple of dribbles by Malik Gardner, and he's gonna be fouled. Not a bad foul at this point, although it is a double bonus situation, but the Kimmicks needing to find ways to stop the clock.
Yeah, the clock is definitely in Dow's favor, and Midland just can't allow them to use too much time on every possession.
Malik Gardner able to get the free throw to fall. Second shot coming up is also good. 11-point lead for the Dow High Chargers, 55-44, 2:25 to play. And the Chargers with a foul. That is not something that Dave McDonald wants to see. One, it was on Malik Gardner, which is going to be, I believe, 4 on Gardner, but one, it stops the clock.
Hey, we're close to Dow 55, Midland 44 with 2:22. We're real close to that. I don't know what that means, but we're close to that.
Alec Johnson gets the free throw to fall.
Only his 5th point of the game.
And Alec Johnson averages 15. The Chargers have done a great job of keeping Johnson from scoring too many points. 55-46 the score, but Dow looking to break the Midland pressure. Dow being double teamed to the corner and Blanky committing the foul. Not what Midland needed.
No, they had an opportunity. They had Blanky trapped along the sideline with Blanky's back to his teammates. That was a great opportunity to be able to tie him up.
Actually, it was Grochek that was trapped. Blanky committed the foul.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Gavin Grochek missing the free throw, and Sean Cushman will check in for Dow.
Yeah, I make mistakes once in a while, just like the refs, huh?
I thought that was the first one you've made all year.
Oh, God, no.
Second shot also is good for the Dow High Chargers. 10-point game, just over 2 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Alec Johnson now working to David Walter. Walter drives in, and Eric Kraus will call a timeout as David Walter lays it off the glass to make this a single-digit deficit for Midland High. 2:06 to play in a game that is definitely still up for grabs here on MPS TV. Glad you could be with us as we get ready for get ready for all kinds of action. We almost had a cheerleader collision. Both the Dow and Midland cheerleaders went to make their move. There you saw the Dow High Chargers. There's the Midland cheerleaders with their flips. I tell you, I say this almost every game. I'm amazed at the cheerleaders that can do those flips, because I have a hard time going head over heels when I'm in a roller coaster, let alone on a gym floor.
What amazes me is when they're done, they can walk in a straight line back to their teammates, the other cheerleaders. I'd be staggering into the wall.
Often underappreciated, but great athleticism, cheerleaders and pom-poms that perform at the games.
That's amazing, just amazing.
56-48, just over 2 minutes to play. Dow High inbounding the ball. Midland definitely putting up the pressure. Each team does have 2 timeouts to use. The possession arrow favors Midland. Both teams are in a double bonus. Malik Gardner all by himself. Gardner was left wide open, and he takes advantage of it. Now Jake Smith was wide open. Long 2-pointer doesn't go. Blake Appel will get the rebound. Chargers leading by 10, 1:40 to play.
That might have been significant in that you had Garner going the length of the court, and then Midland missing off the rim a 3-pointer. Not a lot of time left for the Chemics. Dow just keeps going to the line.
This is the second meeting of these two teams. The boys basketball districts in March will take place at Mount Pleasant High School. If you're looking to make your plans, they start the second week. Girls districts will be here at Midland High the first week of March. The boys will be in Mount Pleasant the second week for districts. On the free throw line, Gavin Grochek getting the shot to come through. And the official thought that Eric Kraus was going to call a timeout, or had called a timeout. Eric Kraus saying he did not. So play will resume, but it's an 11-point Dow High lead, 1:35 to go. Lights not out for Midland, but it's awful dim. Nathan Blanky working the ball. Blanky finds Alec Johnson. Johnson, no place to go. He's being guarded closely by Grochek, who's done a great job, at a travel call, and I believe that light is just flickering now for Midland.
Yeah, right now, this is Dow's game to lose, actually. They've got the lead. They're in the double bonus. Midland's got a foul, and Dow can kind of spread the court.
The Chargers looking to be patient. Sean Cushman will go to the free throw line as Alec Johnson picks up the foul. 1:09 on the clock.
I'd say it's time to get the bus warmed up, but I think most of these players drove here.
Sean Cushman gets the free throw to fall. Now the Dow High Chargers came in with a great game plan. Dave McDonald was fairly confident coming into here. He likes his team. It's a team that he enjoys coaching. Both coaches said the same thing. They enjoy coaching these teams, but Dave McDonald said that they are hot and cold, and tonight one of those nights where Dow High was hot, but why in the world would Malik Gardner foul? And that's going to be number 5 on Gardner, who shakes his head as he walks off, and actually the official is going to ask for the substitution to come in, but the official is watching Gardner closely as well after the foul, but why would you commit that foul?
Well, in the words of Governor Perry, oops, my bad. Gardner gives them that speed to break pressure. It's a good thing that Dow's got a good sized lead, because Gardner is very valuable at this time of the game.
Williams hitting the first free throw and the second one, and this time Eric Krause will call a timeout with 62 seconds left to play. It is an 11-point game, and Midland's got the players with the three-point ability. They've got several players that can hit the three-pointer, so this may not be out of the realms of possibility. If you take a look at some of the Midland High fans who participated in the Red Out night here at Midland High, benefiting the American Heart Association. One more time, don't forget, if you want to get involved with MCTV, the next orientation coming up is going to be on February 11th. It's a great way to get involved if you have any interest, maybe in athletics, maybe in music. Whether you've got something on your mind that you want to produce a television show about, you can do it at MCTV, public access at its finest, 837-3474. Find us online or on Facebook. Chargers with the basketball, under a minute to play in the game. Sean Cushman working the ball. Cushman has it, and Midland has to foul, and I think Eric Krause was a little unhappy. I'm not sure if he's unhappy that the Kimmicks didn't foul quick enough, or that they tried to foul and didn't get the call.
I think he's upset that they let too much time click off. Midland has got to have a whole bunch of possessions here. And with Cushman, that's 18 points. We've got Appel with 19. So some really impressive games there for Midland High. Williams 17 and Blanky 18.
Sean Cushman all over the place in this game, and now he heads to the bench as Brendan Calhoun comes in. And the Midland High Kimmicks, I love this. This is what high school sports is all about. A 13-point game, and Midland High empties the bench, brings in a few players. Dave McDonald returns the favor by bringing in some of the other players, and this is what basketball is all about at the high school level. These players work extremely hard in practice, and now they have a chance to play in the Midland Dow game.
Exactly.
Williams from the free throw line and gets the shot to go. Eric Krause does call his final timeout with 44 seconds to play, and we'll try to get a look at some of the players that are on the floor for the Midland High Kimmicks. So Miles Kilbreath, who has checked into the game. Scott, let's see who else we have. We got David Walter in there. Will Williams, Scott St. Louis is in the contest, and Gabe Blaylock have all checked into the game for the Midland High Kimmicks. Chargers all in a huddle under Coach McDonald. We'll get you their names when we get a chance. 44 seconds to play here at Midland High.
And all these kids go through the same number of sprints. They're the ones that are the ones on the scout team. They've got to learn somebody else's offense, and they're the ones that get the fewest mentions in the newspaper. So these are golden opportunities for these kids to see some recognition.
Adam Fitzgibbon, Matt Deshone, Ethan Koch out there for the Dow High Chargers. Also, Steve Riley and Zach Hook are the 5 on the floor for the Chargers. Double teaming the Chemics, trying to do the trap in the corner. Matt Deshone working the ball right now, trying to get across midcourt. Kraus wanted the 10-second call, didn't get it. Ball is loose on the ground, recovered nicely by Fitzgibbon. Works it over to Zach Hook, now to Deshone. 25 seconds to play, and Midland again fouls to stop the clock. Miles Kilbreath will pick up the foul.
I think that Kraus just didn't want any fouls at that point, but when you're a competitive basketball player, you've got this instinct that you want to be aggressive.
Matt Deshone on the free throw line, and Deshone will get the first free throw to fall. Second one does not. Final seconds of this game, 20 seconds on the clock, and the ball on the ground. Blaylock will come up with it. Feeds it over to a wide open Scott St. Louis, who can't get the shot to go. David Walter's putback is no good. Ball is still loose, and Dow High's Zach Hook will come down with it. 5 seconds on the clock. The Chargers will be able to hold on to the basketball as the final seconds tick off, and Dow can celebrate evening up the basketball games. And gave Blaylock a little frustration coming through towards the end of that contest, but the officials were already working off the floor, which may be a good thing. Nonetheless, the Dow High Chargers even things up. Midland took the first battle back in December. Dow High winning this contest by a score of 64 to 52. And Tom, this was a case where Dave McDonough had a game plan that was executed nicely.
Well, he started off very aggressively. He wanted his players to play hard from sideline to sideline, end to end. And it worked out very well for him. You know, sometimes you can get yourself stretched out, or he's got his team in really good shape physically, and they just worked real well on offense. Their offense was very fluid.
Absolutely. And the Dow High Chargers coming away, a couple of players ending up in double digits. Blake Appel finishing the game with 19 points. Sean Cushman also finishing with 19. A great effort by those two. Brendan Calhoun finishes the game with 9, and Bowser had 6. For the Midland High Chemics, their leading scorer was Will Williams, who had 19 points in the contest. Nathan Blanke had 18 for the Midland High Chemics. So the Dow High Chargers coming away with the win over the Midland High Chemics. Dow now improving to 7-4. They are 4-2 in the Valley. Midland dropping down to 3-6. They are now 2-2 in the Valley. Our next high school sports broadcast, we've got swimming coming up, also hockey coming up in February here on MPS TV. We thank you for tuning in this weekend. Don't forget to check out the ladies in action on the hardwood. The Midland High Chemics and the Dow High Chargers girls basketball game also airing this weekend here on MPS TV. For our entire hard-working volunteer crew and for Tom Bell, my name is Jason Harper. Our final score tonight, the Dow High Chargers 64, the Midland High Chemics 52. Good night, everyone.